If you're learning or trying to improve your SEO, then backlinks for some people can be a constant worry. Whether you're getting the right ones, whether you've got enough, whether the ones you have got already are harming you, particularly if you've seen a traffic drop. And you might be wondering, and if you found this video, you're probably looking for a way to maybe delete or what's known as disavow your harmful backlinks that have been sent to your website. And now, although Google generally sort of ignores a lot of spam these days, you might still be looking to recover from a Google penalty or protect against maybe a competitor's sending you a lot of toxic link spam, something like that. You might want to be trying to protect your rankings by using what's known as the Google Disavow tool, and I'm going to show you how to use it today so you can get the job done real quickly within a few minutes of watching this video. So if you're seeing traffic drops like this on your website, for instance, you might want to start investigating the link profile and starting to disavow some links. If you're watching this, you might already have your list of links to disavow, and we'll get to exactly the steps to how to do it safely in a minute. But if you're still wanting to check out the link profile of your site and find anything that might be harmful or that doesn't feel useful or isn't spammy, then a good place to start is Google Search Console, because you've got this links tab on the side and you can see top linking sites when you click through there. And when you end up on this page, you can start to go through your top linking sites and see if there's anything particularly harmful. So you can do this quite manually at this point. You can go through and look, okay, mirror.co.uk, Plymouth Herald, Cornwall Live. These are all great news sites that are linking to this domain, which is great. Trustpilot, all this sort of stuff. And you can go through and start to maybe pull out and check anything that maybe looks a bit spammy, maybe Key Worker Discounts UK. Again, you can start compiling these domains into a list of things you're like, actually, I'd rather not that have be pointing at my site. You can, of course, dig into this report and see exactly what these listings are. These are business listings, so I probably wouldn't disavow those. Now, if you're wanting a more substantial way to get a look at your full link profile outside of maybe just Google Search Console, then you can use tools like Ahrefs or like SEMrush here and run a backlink audit to go and find all of the links that might be potentially harmful to your site. SEMrush is a great tool for this as well, because it actually gives you lots of insight into how it sort of defines toxic links. It even gives you sort of 50% organic traffic drop in the last 6 months. You need to review the backlinks for that. New domains that have come in that look potentially toxic, and other things that have been lost, potential link networks that it's able to identify. So it really gives you a broad set of things to go and understand what might be affecting the traffic to your website and the scores of your website. And you can see the main bit here is to go into review backlinks. So you can go through this and it's going to start giving you filters to use, or you can just go through manually and start selecting all of these ones that it's grouped by its domain for review, and literally just go through and pick them down, and it's going to give you a toxicity score on the side of 100, like this is definitely toxic or spam, you should probably look at getting rid of it. And it's also got different sort of filters that it's put it under and explained why it's put it there, and you can see all the different information there, which you're free to go through and understand yourself. But basically, going through all of these, everything for review, going and building your list of potentially toxic domains or definitely toxic domains that are just, they're never going to be of any use to your site, and selecting them all. And then what you can do is you can move these to what's called the remove list and hit that, and you can either do it by URL or by domain. Doing it by domain does every link from a website to from that domain to your website, which is the easiest way to do it if it's a toxic domain rather than a single page. Those are going to get shifted over to your remove tab here, and in the remove tab you'll be able to see the domains that you have sent over here. That's how you're going to build your list to disavow, basically. Next, we've got our remove list. Now we'll move into disavow, and we can see everything that I've previously disavowed on SEMrush, which is a handy tool. In the disavow section, we could actually send these here, select them all, and we can move them along in our workflow to send them over to our disavow list here. So we've gone from like review to like I want to remove to let's move them to our disavow list. Definitely. And now we move them over there, we move along the workflow again, and it's updated our disavow list basically. Now we have our list. Now we can actually go and disavow. This doesn't do it automatically. We still need to go and tell Google to ignore these links basically. So what we need to do finally here is export to TXT, and we can disavow, and we can export that to a TXT and onto our desktop. And then the final step is we want to go back to Google Search Console. We simply want to go to the link. The easy way to find it is search.google.com/search-console/disavow-links. That's going to take you into the disavow tool. And as it said, use this with caution. Don't be slamming every link you don't like the look on in there. This is only really for if you've really got a problem you're looking to fix. If your website traffic is fine and it's just everyday spam that's kind of irrelevant coming to your site, it's probably not worth using this tool. Like, I wouldn't use it. I'd only be using this tool if I had a Google penalty or there was something really problematic that I was trying to fix. And as you say, if you start disavowing the wrong links, it's going to actually harm your website more. That said, go into the property that you should have set Google Search Console. You need to have set Google Search Console up previously at .com/search-console. Get that set up, and then you'll have access to this disavow list tool. Finally, we want to make sure we're selecting the right domain that we were talking about. You can see that one we were working on there had 899 domains already disavowed. So what we would do is we would replace this list, or if it was a new list, it would say upload new list. Then we hit this, so we hit this replace button and open that list and upload it into the disavow links to your site, and that list is now submitted basically, and we can see that total goes up. There's probably a bit more work to do on this site, which is suffering a bit at the moment, but that's how you disavow links in Google Search Console for your website. Delete those toxic backlinks as easy as that.